Have any questions?
Yeah, Governor, as we were watching the storm head this way and our Lee County officials made the call to ask folks to evacuate, how do you feel that was done? You feel it was done appropriately in timing?
Absolutely. They were following the data, and you remember people were looking initially at the Panhandle on Sunday. Then Monday came and people were thinking maybe north of Tampa Bay. When we went to bed Monday night, people were saying this is a direct hit on Tampa Bay, worst case scenario for the state. As that track started to shift south in the computer models the next morning, they called for the evacuation, they opened their shelters, and they responded very quickly to the data. But at the end of the day, Fort Myers and Naples on Sunday, I think of the 11 a.m. advisory, 72 hours out, they weren't even in the cone. I mean, so that's just the reality. So they followed it very closely. I know Kevin Guthrie is in touch with all the EM directors locally, working on kind of what we're seeing with different modeling. And at the end of the day, a storm that's going to hit 150 miles north of you is something that, and I said there'd be impacts all across the Gulf Coast. And I said Sunday, even if it goes to North Florida, it's a big storm. You could see impacts in Naples and some of those areas. But that's a different type of impact than what we ended up seeing. And so I think that they work very quickly, provide people shelter, provide people the opportunity to do that. And I know many of them did take them up. But I would also just point out, you had people evacuating from Tampa to Southwest Florida. I mean, that happened because of how they were following the track of the storm.